Busy Mommy here. How are you guys doing today? Welcome back to my channel. So today we have another recipe inspired by the Netflix series Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat, and it is amazing. But I wanted to make pasta. I love making pasta. Homemade pasta is my favorite. So a few things. Making pasta is very easy. All you need is a few simple ingredients. Flour, eggs, you need some salt and water. Honestly, that's all you need. You can add in things here and there, but we're gonna start off making it the traditional way, which is by making a pile of flour. I have 2 cups of flour, and I'm gonna start making a little well right here for the egg.
Mommy, it's dinner ready.
Hey. Yeah, no, dinner's not ready yet. I just started. But I'm making pasta.
Yay!
Yeah, you like pasta? Are you guys hungry? Okay, so I'm gonna change this up a bit. Is that okay? Okay, so here's the thing, guys. Making pasta from scratch, though easy, super simple, very messy, takes a little bit of time as my girls are hungry. So what we're gonna actually do is kind of scrap this, and we're gonna utilize a tip that one of my favorite top chefs, Fabio, actually came up with, and I love it, and it's perfect for the busy mommy lifestyle. So I guess I'll just maybe do that. All right, so let's just move this out of the way. By the way, you know, wear black when utilizing flour. It's a great idea. So here's the quick tip. Take your food processor. Believe it or not, works great. Same way you were gonna cook, you're gonna take 3 eggs, and you're gonna throw them in here. You know, be messy. It's already messy anyway, right? Usually if you start off this way, you won't have such a huge mess. But we're gonna use this. Then we're gonna take a pinch of salt. I'd like to go with maybe 2 pinches of salt. There. And then we're gonna go ahead and add some olive oil. I'd say probably about a tablespoon of olive oil. And we're gonna blend this up. So usually the tip here is that you use 1 egg per person that is gonna be eating the pasta. What we're gonna do is we're gonna blend this up. Flour everywhere, oh goodness. Okay, so you blend that up. Now that it's nice and blended, do another little kick here. I am going to move some of this flour. Then the next step is gonna be doing giant tablespoons of flour. So a few things. I'm gonna grab a bigger spoon because I think that's gonna be easier. So really, you don't have to fully measure this. I know it sounds weird / counterintuitive, but you just take a heaping spoon, okay? Heaping, and you throw it in. So I'm gonna do 3 per egg. So this is gonna be 9. 9, I think it's 9. We're gonna add a little more for good measure. And then we're gonna blend it. So did a little blending. If you look at it, it actually looks a little wet still, and it feels wet. So what that means is there's no actual real measurement here. You're just gonna keep adding. I'd say maybe we'll add 2 more heaping spoonfuls to this. And then you can add other things. So if you wanted to add something like spinach to give it color, rosemary or basil, you can totally do that. I'm gonna add some pepper, and I am going to just crack some in there, because I feel like it adds a nice little flavor to it. And you can do this when you add the salt in the beginning as well. But I throw in some pepper. I'm gonna put a little bit more salt because I don't know. I feel like I needed a little bit more. I'm gonna mix. Okay, so you see that it's doing like a little dance, like a hula hoop. When you start to see that, you start to feel that it's pretty good. So it's got a little bit of stickiness still to it, but that's okay because we're about to put it on this table. So I'm gonna take this off and put this back down here, and we're gonna take it out. So let me, wow, there's just flour everywhere. Being that I already have flour everywhere, We're just gonna take it out and knead it a little bit longer. So the great thing about this method is that you don't have to knead it as much. So with pasta, so again, super great, you actually have to knead it for a long time. And when you utilize this method, you're not kneading it as much because it's already pretty good. So this is a good mix. And just like that, you have this beautiful, soft, squishy, delicious homemade pasta dough. We're gonna put it aside. I would say let it rest for about 10, 15 minutes. You can see like how nice the give is, and I love it. Ooh, look at this. So we're ready. So here's my beautiful KitchenAid. It is, well, I'm telling you, quality product, obviously, because it is old. And it's starting to get a little yellow, but it's still beautiful. I kind of want to paint it up. I feel like I've seen some where people put like flames on it. I just don't know how to put decals on this thing, but maybe I will. But anyway, so these are the attachments that I got a few years ago. It actually has 3 different attachments. So it has to make the flat sheets of pasta, thin spaghetti noodles, and fettuccine. I love the fettuccine one, so that's the one that I always do. But you have to start out with the thin roller to make sheets because that's what you have to do with your pasta dough. So I have both my pasta doughs here. I add a little flour to them just so I can get them ready. And then I'm gonna put them here. Now, one thing that you should do is try to work fast with your pasta dough. Try not to leave it too long unless it's covered in plastic wrap, just because it will dry out, and if it dries out, it'll crumble and you will not get good pasta, and nobody wants that. So you can feel, as you can see, like right here, it's, you know, squishy. Love it. Cut your pasta dough in half. And I just add a little more flour to the part that's exposed, just because if it gets sticky, it'll get stuck in your machine. So this machine has a bunch of little numbers on the side. It goes from 1 to 8. So you can utilize this. You can obviously use a crank pasta maker. Those are like $20. They're not that bad. So you can do whatever you want, but or you can hand roll it. I've done it hand rolled. It's fun, but it does take a lot of time. And as you guys saw in the beginning, my kids are hungry. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on 1, and then I'm gonna put this piece in here so that it can stretch it out. So what we're doing is not only stretching out the pasta, but building up some of that gluten. So I put it through the machine and then I roll it onto itself, and I put it through 2 or 3 times this way before I start to actually cut it. Now we're getting somewhere. So it's making this beautiful pasta. So this is level 1. We're gonna go down to 2 all the way down to 4. I kind of want it to be almost transparent, but you're gonna see how much longer it gets as it stretches it thinner and thinner. So now that we have this, I'm going to just leave this like this, rolled out, and keep some flour on it. And I'm gonna continue to roll these out until I have enough sheets made. Once the sheets are all made, then I will go ahead and start making the pasta. So we'll be right back once I finish that. Okay, so we've rolled out all our sheets, swapped out to the fettuccine cutter, and I like to cut my sheets in half because I don't want like a super long spaghetti piece or a fettuccine piece. So you're gonna turn it on, put your pasta in, and watch it come out perfect. Look at that, it's so beautiful. You've made pasta. Ah. So you keep doing this for all your sheets. So that's it. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna make the rest of this pasta, rest of these noodles, and we're gonna be good to go. Yum. All right, so it has come to the time where your sauce is ready, your pasta's ready to go in the pot, you're ready to eat. So you're gonna get a pot of boiling hot water, and you are gonna salt that baby like the sea. Now we're going to go ahead and add the pasta to our hot water, and this is going to cook for about 3 to 4 minutes actually, until it breaks to the touch. So I'm gonna throw this in. Okay, so officially your sauce is done. It's reduced down to about half, which is awesome. Beautiful. So you're gonna top it onto your gorgeous pasta right next to your fresh focaccia that you baked. And before you gotta top it with some fresh Parmigiano. And then you gotta call in the troops. So, girls, dinner's ready. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's try it. Here you go, Lily. This one's yours. Ready?
I have to get it out.
Cheers.
Look, I have to get it out.
Okay.
I got it. Oh, no, I don't. The pasta fell off my
You gotta slurp it.
I know, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yum.
That's
Worth the wait.
good.
Try this with your family.
I'm done.
Bye.
It's Busy Mami.